Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kumar and you are officially welcome in my YouTube channel. Guys, in this series, now we are going to discuss about a very famous poem of mothers among other things which is written by the great writer A.K. Ramanujan. So, without wasting time, let's start this. And if you are new, and before starting, if you have not subscribed my channel, so guys, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get notified about the upcoming videos on my YouTube channel through the notifications. So, first of all, we will discuss about the brief introduction of the writer. Attipatti Krishna Swami Ramanujan was his full name, and he was born on March 16, 1929 at Mysore. Mysore is generally known as now Madras and in present which is known as Chennai. He was an Indian poet, scholar of Indian literature who wrote in both English and Kannada. He was a poet, a scholar, a philologist, folklorist, translator, and playwright. His academic research ranged across five languages. It means he has knowledge of five languages and he has written the works of himself in five languages. The first language is English, and the second language is Kannada, and third one is Tamil, and the fourth one is Telugu, and the last one is Sanskrit. Ramanujan's poems are remembered as enigmatic works of startling originality, sophistication, and moving artistry. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award posthumously in 1919 for his collection of poems, The Selected Poems. It means he won several awards, but this award he won after the death of himself. This award was given to himself after the death of himself, and he won this award in 1919. He was educated in English at the University of Mysore and received his PhD in linguistics from Indiana University. He died on July 13, 1993 at Chicago, Illinois, United States, aged 69. This was the brief introduction of A.K. Ramanujan. Now I will discuss the summary of the poem. Ramanujan is a family writer who always wrote about family, relatives, childhood, and memories. It means Ramanujan never wrote any such kind of other another themes. He generally wrote almost of his works, almost of his poems, which were based on family, which were based on relatives, which were based on the relationship of a man to a woman, and the people around himself. He generally wrote about those things. He has written almost of his poems about family based with nostalgia. Nostalgia means the happy times of past. When we recall the happy times of past in present, that situation is generally known in literature as nostalgia. In this poem, the poet creates a vivid picture of his mother using images, senses, and contrast her youth with her present state. In the first section of the poem portrays her in her youth. The second deals with her middle age, but the final section describes about her old age. The poet compares his mother with the blackbone tree. Actually, in this poem, the poet is comparing the ages of his mother, and he is describing about the three stages of his mother. The first one, the young age, and the second one is middle age, and the final section of the old age. So both three stages of his mother has been described by the poet. The poet compares his mother with the blackbone tree, because the tree is old and is twisted at the moment but was young some time ago. It means he's saying that in her old age, his mother was so much young and beautiful and delicate, but now she has become grew rough and old. And he is reminding the previous days of his mother. He then compares her hands with the claws of an eagle. Further, the poet is comparing the hands of her mother to the claws of an eagle, because, like an eagle's claws, her hands and fingers transformed, grew rough, and twisted with work that she did for the family. Here, the poet is telling us that his mother did a lot of work for the family, for the poet himself. So, her fingers and her hands has become grew rough and old and twisted, just like the eagle's claws. The poet remembers his mother, who was very delicate when she was young, and she used to wear three diamonds in her earrings and bright light splashed from them. When she grew old by time, her hands became wrinkled and there were wrinkles on her face. It means that when the time was passing and his mother was becoming grow old and becoming her hands rough, and she was getting wrinkles on her face, and her youth was growing dull. After looking these things, he was just he was just thinking about the previous days of the young age of his mother and the middle age of his mother, and in the now present state he was discussing about the old age of his mother. She became much thin and weak, and her saris hung loose around her body. She has become as much weak and thin as she could not pick a grain of rice from the kitchen floor. In this way, the poet has described about mother's young age, middle age, and old age as well. So, guys, in a very sum up video, the poet has just described the three stages of his mother: the young age, middle age, and the old age. And the poet is describing about the three stages of his mother in this poem. And he has also tells us that when when his mother was young, how she looked like, when his mother was in middle age, how she looked like, and when his mother was in old age, how she looked like. So, in this poem, the poet has described about the three stages of his mother. I hope, guys, you will understand the poem and the summary also. Thank you so much, guys.